Okay, so we find a little fast travel point, but I had realized that we had gone the wrong way for the little area that we were told to go to. So, we're gonna go that way. And on our way, I noticed that there's a cow just back in the back.
Something's on my mind.
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your direction.
Animal handling, interpret his behavior. 10, let's add guidance. Alright, didn't need it. Okay, continue.
His hide twitches, every muscle primed to bolt. He's terrified.
Hold out your hands peacefully. Persuasion. It's a 10. And I'll just go ahead and use the animal friendship that I have from, I have animal friendship from my tadpole powers. So I go ahead and use that as well. And we roll and... And we got it. Nice.
The ox calms, his tail swishing a satisfied arc.
Alright, so since that dude doesn't have, since my main guy doesn't have speak to animals, I got Karlak, get her to speak with the animals, and now she can speak with them.
One of them.
It's alright, what happened here?
An attack. Monsters. Little ones and taller ones. They took the shiny one. He killed many.
Did you kill the goblin in the stable?
Yes. It was screaming, waving around its metal. I made him stop screaming.
Do you know the dead ox outside?
Him? He was the biggest. Now I'm the biggest.
Okay. So,
These things have stayed in
that
the
ox is the biggest. So, we look around a little bit, don't really know what we're doing. But we then open this door after moving the crates out of the way. Head on inside. We get an encounter.
You spot a man crouching between the shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger!
Recite Rugen's passphrase, the little serpent long shadow.
Oh, hell, dwarfs. I thought you were flaming fist. Well, down you go then. They'll be on us soon, so if you're looking to trade, you best be quick. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
Alright, we got the key. So we head on back, we go down the hatch, and we look around for a bit. We find the wardrobe, which there's multiple wardrobes down there. We go inside, we find a little fast travel point, and we get into a conversation.
What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean.
Hold on. That's the lad who saved us from the gnolls. Let him in.
You revealed our location. That tongue gets any looser, Rugen, I'll cut it out. Come down then. Seems you're a friend of the family.
Alright, so we're friends. We head on down, walk over the traps since they apparently turned them off. Garius.
Don't want to keep Zaris waiting. Believe me.
Alright, we're nothing that Garius had to say, but we go over and we speak with Brem.
Well, don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold, my pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness.
You have a pet artist?
Let's say we're his patrons, yeah? Found him wandering the wilds alone. He needs protection. And if his paintings cover our costs, so much the better, eh?
Protection sounds a bit more like kidnapping.
Are you looking to buy him? I'm open to offers, mate. Threats? Not so much.
Berserk intimidation. Roar. Need a 20. I roll with advantage and guidance. Which I fail. But then I use an inspiration that we've saved up. Rolled again, a nat 20. Nice.
Alright, mate, alright. No need to get arsey about it. Take the money, bastard, if he means that much to you. That is crap would sell anyway.
Okay. So after talking with him, we speak to Oscar.
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch? No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
And I am Samson.
A genuine pleasure. I'm in your debt, as is my patron. My betrothed, I should say. Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
You recall a recent scandal. A patriarch of Baldur's Gate who wished to marry a commoner.
Your Lady Janeth's runaway groom?
I did not run away. A date was never set. There were complications. Before my fame, my patron, there was another woman. One I planned to spend my life with. But when Lady Janeth offered me a future, well, it felt only right to mention my past. Right, but unwise. I was forced to retreat into the countryside to paint and to clear my head. To choose, I suppose.
And what choice did you make?
Oh, absolutely none. Fame and wealth suit me very well, no doubt. And yet, I think of that first love, and I hesitate. Likely I'm going mad. Regardless, we have more immediate concerns. Your reward once I've returned to the city, for one. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some.
I've got nothing to give.
No coin? Mightily imprudent of you. I suppose I can endure the walk sober. Suffering has become an old friend, after all. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
Okay, we freed the artist. Don't know what mission that was supposed to be part of, but I think it's something in the future. Not really sure. So, let's go up and talk to Zaris, the leader of the camp, of this band of
I owe you one for
merchants and
saving my
mercenaries.
people. The Zentarim look out for their own, even if it's Rugen. That's worth some coin. And my thanks. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now, but don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon.
Rebel, what are you planning to do?
Someone kidnapped a duke, right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
Okay, we got a thing called the Herald, or Herald, as a reward. So we walk around, there's mines everywhere. Talk to some of the local wildlife. We don't really want to make anybody angry, so we don't unlock any of these gates and loot the chests. So we go down, we trade with
Got some interesting stuff for a
Bram again. Sell a lot of stuff, buy some stuff. I don't know how much we bought, but mostly sell a lot of stuff. And then after doing trading for a little bit, reading all the stuff that he had, we leave and we start heading towards the mountain pass. Since I wanted to take a different path than what I had normally, because I wanted to take a different path than what I had before in my previous started playthrough. That was really hard to do in my playthrough with my brother. So we go up and we talk with Elika.
Hold up before they see you, Merc Gresham.
What's the matter?
What? Apart from the dragon? Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. I doubt a fight against them would go your way.
Who are you?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around.
If you have good survival instincts, maybe you should join me instead.
What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Alright, leave.
Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
I move slightly forward.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Hello, dragon. Red dragon.
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Stay clear of those Gith. Even the Blade of Frontiers has his limits.
Okay, so we have that whole situation. I decided to trade Karlach for Lae'zel because since this is Githyanki stuff and we need, and Lae'zel is a Githyanki, we can use her and kind of gain favor, and also this could help lead to the crash, which I think this is part of that mission, so we're gonna go ahead and use Lae'zel.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
And this is where I decide to kind of complicate things and do my Dragonborn thing. And this doesn't really make complete sense whenever it does the black screens and all that, because there's a lot of information that doesn't get passed through as far as what I remember. So I'll try and interpret some stuff. I use the Dragonborn thing. I'll be speaking on her behalf, yes.
Imbecile! Stay back!
Now. I've few chances to speak to such an unusual sort. What say you? Now, child, your pet means to speak. Tell me, pet, why shouldn't I run you through this instant?
And then there's a black screen, and it seems like there is completely something different, like a different conversation, and it's super strange. So he's threatening me, so I do the only sane thing. And Berserker Intimidation. Roar. And I failed the first roll. But I use an inspiration. I roll again. Nat 20. This dude is scared.
Senseless creature. I don't want to dull my blade on your overly thick skull.
But your bravery amuses me. Finally, I find a wolf in a world of lowing cattle. You may live for the moment. Now, we seek a weapon taken from a vessel that fell from the sky. Understand, Istik?
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Help us find it, and I will leave your blood beneath your skin unspilled.
Don't help them. Don't tell them a thing. We're dead if you do.
Yeah, and Shadowheart saying not to tell them anything kind of out loud is a bad decision. But I decided to say, we'll need to start from the beginning. What is this weapon you're after?
Do not speak. Your bleating offends my ears. Just stand still.
He begins to move his hand in a quick flurry of gestures.
And I do Arcana to silently try to interrupt the meaning of his gestures. Interpret the meaning of his gestures. Which I fail. But I use another inspiration. And I roll again. And I succeed this one.
You realize he's casting Detect Thoughts.
So I do a wisdom roll and resist the probing into my mind. Go ahead and roll since I already got the guidance. And we're good. Continue.
Nothing even approaching a useful thought in that skull. I ought to just kill you.
Intimidation roar. 15. And so we fail again. So I go ahead and use another inspiration, since I keep failing these things. And roll again. There we go. We're good.
So bold in the face of death. Perhaps you may live after all. Better to let stronger blood thrive. It can give rise to worthier foes and hardier slaves. Don't disappoint me.
So it goes to a black screen again. I have no idea what happened. And for some reason Shadowheart is standing forward. But they fly off. And Lae'zel speaks with me.
Damn it all! I required your silence, and you made me a mockery. A Kithrak demanded my head. I should have given him yours. Bah! This is a distraction. The Kithrak deserves the whole of my scorn. How dare he speak my queen's name? How dare he dishonor her
And I don't really understand this part. Because, so, her saying that, a Kithrak demanded her head, it didn't seem like he demanded her head. And also, how did he dishonor the queen and his child? I don't understand that.
Do not be naive.
So, I was just generally confused. Because none of that appeared, because the conversation switched like 2 times or something.
And I will offer his head to Vlaakith herself. Akresh is near, that much is certain. We follow the path forward and seek signs of Githyanki settlers. No one, not even the ignoble Jastil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Yeah, so I don't really know what happened there, just so you know, because a lot of that stuff didn't come up, and like him ordering her head and all that. So all that matters is she's angry with them. we decided, okay, we're gonna go to the crash and kill them, but since she's angry at them, but that's basically all. So from this point, we go over and we do some exploring. We find a burrow hole. We go back to the area of the mountain pass bridge. And going to the mountain pass bridge, it said that basically time would progress and we need to tie up all of our loose ends. So I decided, alright, well, I know what that means. That means we're going to have some issues, because that's entering the next act, I believe. And also it said that our level was not high enough. So we're going to go level up by going and fighting all the goblins and in the Underdark. So first thing we do is we go back to the blighted village, and we go over to the entrance of the goblin camp. We get in a fight, which is pretty easy. We blind some dudes, we fight them. Yeah, I still have Lae'zel with me. But we fight. One of the dudes had ordered reinforcements, but we killed those dudes pretty easily as well. We discover a second path to the mountain pass, and then we go back to the blighted village for a shovel, which we go grab, and then we go back to the area, loot some chests, dig up one of the mounds, and while we are going to go and enter the main area of the goblin camp, I decide to blow Lub's Warhorn. He gets spawned in, and then I go ahead and start walking up in order to initiate combat. And yeah, 3 trolls are coming up, they're entering the combat, and then initiates the whole large fighting sequence that has none of my commentary, because that would take a long time for me to commentate over, and the mic didn't work. So basically all you need to know, we basically fight, we continue fighting. Sometimes we get a little bit on edge, like a whole lot of people fighting at once, but we eventually kill most of the dudes. I decide to, at one point, send Samson up into another area of the fortress to get everybody over there's attention so that we could continue the fight with the ogres, because if you end the fight with the ogres too early, then they will just be like, alright, our deal's done, we are done, we're out of here, or they'll get mad at you saying that there's not enough meat or whatever. So I wanted to get them more meat as well. So after I get those people's attention, we continue our fight. Once we kill everybody, the ogre has a conversation with us.
Shall we extend our contract?
What use does an ogre have for gold?
Is gold not the pilot of our world vessel? I am a proud glutton, and not just for meat.
Our deal is done. I wish you well.
Without so much as a lick of that mouth-watering meat of yours.
Fine. One lick. And Shadowheart approved of that for some reason.
Consider me satisfied.
Alright. So they leave. And I take a long rest. I speak with Gale. I say, who's that?
Oh. My.
startled me. I, was miles away.
Is everything all right?
More or less. I was lost in prayer, of all things. Mystra, for indeed it was her image I conjured, commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Would you like to experience this?
Yes, I would.
Then follow my lead. Now you.
Arcana, imitate the gestures slowly and as precisely as you can. Which I only have to roll a 5, but I rolled a nat 1. I hit continue. Yep, that's what that one looks like.
Not quite, but this is the easy part. Should we try again?
Yeah, sure. Imitate the gesture again. Find the magic in the movement. There we go. Continue.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
You sense power in these words. Speak them deliberately. And barely succeeded.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
History. Think of here and now, this unexpected moment of learning.
You see, or is it sense, the presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Effortless. You're a wonderful teacher.
Oh, I know.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
A satisfying end to a wonderful experience. It's time to let go.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Alright. So after talking with him, we go ahead, take our long rest. Which Scratch has something to talk to us about. So we take ourselves a potion of animal speaking.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
Hand that over.
All right. It's only fair that you enjoy it too. But if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
We got the ball, so I decided to try it out. I throw the ball, and Scratch actually goes and gets it, and I'm really happy about that. He's such a good boy. Got an achievement and everything, and I'm really happy. Best game, 20 out of 10. Game of the year. But after playing catch with him a couple times, we go back into the real world, leave the camp, and we head on over to this area. I forgot that there was a goblin over here, so we go ahead and just kill him real quick. And then we head behind the waterfall for a little bit of a secret. And there's a tripwire on the ground, but just disarm that real quick, even though we could walk around it, but whatever. We walk forward, pick up all the stuff, and scrawled notes. It's basically a love letter to Minthara. No. Scrawled notes isn't exactly the love letter to Minthara. I think that was a different thing. But kind of a love letter. He was crushing on somebody. Find ourselves some weapons. Read the parchment, which this is the love letter to Minthara. So one of the goblins was just crushing on him, crushing on her, but we know how that ended. We killed them all, so we go back, we start heading up to the higher levels of the area of the little Temple of Selûne. We look around, there's some sleeping enemies. We go around, we loot some stuff. We decide to use Samson with his apparently very long jump in order to jump over to the area, to the tower that's super far away. Head over to the wall, loot the wooden chest, just another heavy crossbow and a couple arrows. We head back, we do some more looting on the other side, and then we decide to head up above some of the sleeping dudes and loot that chest that's in the ground. Got some good stuff, some good camp supplies and some stuff. But whenever we jump back down, we jump a little too close to the sleeping dude.
My head hurts bad. You crash about like a drunken ogre. I'll rip your tongue, break your legs, make you quiet.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Yeah, how about sleep or die? Your choice. And advantage with the guidance, and we get it. Didn't even need the guidance.
You You are strong. But if you wake me again, I will kill you.
Okay, so he threatens that he'll kill us if we wake him again. So I'm like, okay, just walk away. But then Lae'zel decides to do the same exact thing.
Courses through you. Authority.
So I try and do an intimidation check with her. Sleep is for the weak. I could have killed you where you lay. And she had bad charisma. Let's do the guidance. And yeah, we definitely failed that thing.
Too much talking. Too much noise. Gloss! Gloss! You die now!
So yeah, we get into a fight, which goes over pretty easily. A little bit of annoyance with some of the area effect stuff, but we get through it, and after we kill all of them, we decide, alright, well, let's go down, head through the front door, and head towards the Underdark. But we forgot that we didn't actually defeat the people at the entrance. So now we gotta fight all of them. But that was pretty quick as well. Samson was a big help during that because I was able to just jump up on top of the balcony with him, which I loved since I was a Durgar in both my last things, both my last playthrough things. So I just decided, you know what? Since I'm taller, yeah, I can jump higher, and yes, I can. And it's amazing. They'll just jump 15 feet in the air. So we continue the fight. It's pretty easily won. We loot their bodies. Then we head on down. We go into the priestess's room, into the defiled temple. And we meet this person, this ogre.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
Alright, well, try to convince them you belong here. Intimidation. I'm here for a routine inspection. I'm sure your supervisor will... Wait. I'm sure your supervisor will be very interested to know that you have tried to deny me entry. Difficulty class 22, so most likely failing, but I roll. And that's a nat 20. Such nice things.
Free passage. What you do with that privilege is up to you.
Okay. So we have free passage. And from my previous playthroughs, I already know the puzzle and all that to get to the Underdark, so I just walked past them. But I also decided to test something with Gale as one of my companions, and I recruit him after leaving Shadowheart. And since he has the reduce spell, he can apparently fit through the crevices. Which this crevice just leads to the storage room, but still, really wish I could have known that. But, so we just are able to have that. We continue on with Gale as our companion. We do the puzzle, which all you gotta do is get all of the 4 dark squares down on the bottom circle. Not squares, all the 4 dark circles onto the bottom circle.
This goes very far down.
Just like that.
We'll have to go in.
Which there's a lever that appears that you can just use to close the door, which I don't know why you'd want to close the door. Maybe you're getting chased, I don't know. But we continue down and we hit the ladder, which is very long for a ladder. And we get down, we save, and that's the end of this little area of voiceover. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Down in the description, you can find my brother's channel, my Twitch, and my Streamlabs. You can donate to my Streamlabs if you want to donate anything to help the channel. You can go to my brother's channel to support him. He has been doing some Sims 2 stuff. In my Twitch, I stream on there on the weekends. I haven't been doing it recently because me and my brother have been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and that is really tough on the computer. Even just recording it would be is tough on the computer. So streaming would be, it's just like a few frames per second, so I can't do that. But as always, thank you guys so much, and if you do subscribe or like, thank you so much. It means so much. It means a lot. And yeah, thank you guys, because I couldn't do this without you. Anyways, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.